My wife wants a divorce. Have I doomed it for good? I am going to start and say I know I am at fault for her wanting a divorce. I will not be one to pretend I did nothing wrong to lead to this. I don't think this really matters, and I do not think it has any impact but to try and not leave anything out. I am diagnosed with major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, and panic disorder. My wife has been diagnosed with hormonal imbalances, specifically low progesterone. Neither of us currently take our medications we are supposed to. I stopped once we moved countries together and my prescription I had at the time ran out. So, for the longest while things were great between us and were almost inseparable, then we moved countries together, and that is when things started to go downhill. We were okay at first with some hiccups, but we got married and then it started getting worse and worse over time. I still do not know why, but I started to stop showing I cared, stopped showing affection, stopped helping around the house, stopped showing I was glad to have her in my life. Shortly after this my mother died earlier this year, and I could not return for her funeral, and I basically shut down to my wife that day when she wanted to be there for me so badly. Time went on and I kept showing less and less of these things. She tried so hard towards the end to try and get it from me more than the amount she already did, which was quite a bit, and I pushed it all away or shrugged it off. I really wish I could say why I did this, but I cannot. I do love her and feel I am extremely lucky to have married her, but I just stopped showing it. Well, a week ago we were cuddling in bed, and just in middle of a normal conversation she said she wanted a divorce. She said she really hoped I would change, but it was now too late, that she woke up one morning and all emotion was gone. She knew she was worth more than the treatment she got from me. She really isn't wrong, and I know I did these things but cannot take them back. She feels she has lost her sense of self and that no matter what I do it is too late and she could never have any emotions for me again. Currently we still live together, but she wants me to sign the divorce papers once they arrive. She says she won't right away because she wants me to fly back to my home country first before she does, and will live with me until then instead of moving out. She does have places to go if she needs to. We still sleep in the same bed, except any days I upset her too much, then the couch it is. Still lets me kiss her. When she's having a good day it seems it isn't an issue, when not then she doesn't want me to. Not often, but some nights I have woken up to her cuddling me. Those moments I just smile, say nothing, and go back to sleep. She doesn't wear her wedding ring anymore, she keeps it under her pillow. I have spent the last week reflecting and trying to correct the mistakes I made to be a better husband, because it was wrong of me for how I was. I now make sure she wakes up to a freshly cooked breakfast, her coffee ready, and usually just a short note saying how beautiful she is or that I love her. I have taken over the household chores, surprise her with things, which that she does say she likes and appreciates, but also says in same sentence she won't change her mind on the divorce. Let her know how beautiful she is, how I am so lucky to be married to her, trying to make sure she gets the things that are for hobbies she enjoys, paying more attention to the things she is enjoying, letting her voice her opinions without getting defensive often, listen to her talk about things she enjoyed throughout the day or currently is doing, and all things related to affection, and showing her she cares. I want to keep doing these things and not just a temporary change. She does deserve it, and I still wish I knew why I stopped doing it, but we'll never know. Where I am at now though is her saying her mind is made up on the divorce, and while she is giving me a chance to show I can be better like I asked, at the same time she says it is not going to change her mind in the end anyway, as she just wants it to be over, and that she is certain of that, as she does not want to be happy with me anymore. She says she does not want to do anything with me anymore because that is effort she does not want to put in, and knows it would make her be happy doing those things with me, and she doesn't want to be. Fair enough in aspect of effort, as it was always her putting it in, and it was me who stopped. Is my marriage doomed, or is there any way I can save this marriage? The changes I have been making are genuine, and I know a lot of people say that, but I do truly love my wife, and I am devastated by hearing the word divorce. I took her for granted, and I do not want to lose my marriage with her if there is any way not to. I know I was not a good husband in the end. Comment. Well, then she has absolutely no reason to believe any of this effort you're putting in is a genuine sign of change and not just a desperate last-ditch attempt to save things that will be abandoned as soon as you're no longer afraid of her leaving. Or the next time you simply feel compelled to withdraw for no apparent reason, as far as you're willing to probe. Anyway, I have a few guesses. Get to therapy to figure out why you let things get this bad and how you make sure that doesn't ever happen again. It may still be too little, too late for her, but it'll at least help you avoid losing anyone else this way. Yourself included. Your marriage was a long time ago. You don't have any sense of accountability. The first thing you blame in your post is mental health and medications. You claim you still felt all the right things and only grudgingly admit that you didn't show it. And you only started treating her the way you should when your own safety was threatened by the divorce. Your whole post is, poor me, pretending to be concerned about her. You're not, you're only concerned for your own happiness and how it will be impacted by her leaving you. That's a good start. Now tell her. Not so that you can get her back, not so that you can change yourself. Do it so you can be a better person. When all this is done, you need to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, in the end I did the right thing, even if it was too late. You won't be with her, but you have to be able to live with yourself. Tell her, accept full accountability and ask forgiveness. Not reconciliation, just forgiveness. That's so that she can look in the mirror and know she did the right thing too. It might take time, but it's the best gift you can give her, a clear conscience. Of course. Make a commitment to yourself to be a good man. And ask for her support. Don't commit to being busy, or giving her things, or doing things for her all the time. Those will follow naturally if you start with the simplest thing, wanting to be a good man whether you're with her or not. Good men take responsibility for themselves and their actions. They can be depended on to keep their word and to be honest. You can tell her that you accept you messed up. You can ask forgiveness. And you can tell her you want to be a good man, but no, you haven't been, and you ask her if she'll help you in the time you have left. You won't be perfect. You'll make mistakes. And when you do, you'll take responsibility, apologize and try again. She may tell you things about yourself which hurt. But being strong means being able to suffer without anger or blame. You'll see the things which hurt because they're true and learn not to be hurt by those which aren't. So here's my issue with the whole thing: you changed for the better the moment she decided to leave. I am not minimizing your mental health issues, but evidently you are able to change. It's not some debilitating illness beyond your control. Then why didn't you change earlier? Why did it need to come to this for you to wake up? You have neglected your wife and your relationship for at least 10 p.m. now, and you've only changed for about a week. What reason does your wife has to believe that this change is actually permanent and not something that will just trap her further, until she decides to cancel the divorce and you go back to your old ways? Whether your marriage is salvageable or not is it something any of us can tell you, it depends only on your wife. But she told you how she feels, she's hemorrhaging energy on you that you don't reciprocate, and now you want her to invest even more energy into the relationship without any proper evidence that this is not more sunk cost. This seems to be a common thing, especially among men, when the wife says she wants a divorce. It's only when she's mostly out the door that they do anything to try to change their behavior. The problem is, by the time a woman presents that she wants a divorce, she's done. She's tried to fix things, with no results, and she's done with the man and the relationship. She told you what she wanted and needed for a while, that was her attempt to fix things before she fell out of love. And she'll be able to see through these changes too. Or worse, she'll be resentful that you were always able to change but didn't feel she was worth better behavior until she told you she was done. Is it salvageable? That's up to her. But most likely not, unless you can both get into therapy and both want to work on things. But you ignored her attempts to fix things until it was too late. Story 2. My boyfriend confessed to cheating on me. My boyfriend and I are in a long-distance relationship. We've been together for 10 months without physical connection. We met online. We've been planning to meet up in December where I will fly to him in Canada. I live in the US. We do regular couple stuff like we buy the same food so we can eat together, we watch films together, we play video games together, we send each other photos, we talk all night and sleep on the phone together, all while living an adult life. I work a full-time job 9 to 5 and he goes to school/work. Being distanced, this relationship was really hard. We broken up at least 2 times because of the distance. We argued a lot over small things but it eventually grew into a big problem. He became unloyal and unfaithful to me. He called and confessed to me the same night he cheated. He blocked me the same day he cheated because we were arguing about a situation I brought up. He blocked me after we talked about it because the topic annoyed him. He didn't want to hear me talk about it anymore. I took a nap. I knew he blocked me. ATP, later a girlfriend, not an ex, he met years ago, texts his phone. She's venting about her own ex and then he vents about his ex of 10 months. He was talking about me. I wasn't his ex though, he referred to me as his ex to her. She starts flirting with him and he does it back. It leads to phone. He is controlling the strength of her vibrator on a phone app which she told him to download. He is dirty talking her. She orgasmed. Then she asks him to be her sugar daddy and he says no, and he told her that he has a girlfriend so to not talk to him anymore. And she started threatening him that she will blackmail him if he doesn't give her money, saying she will text my Instagram account screenshots of their dirty text messages. He started freaking out. He blocked her number. He unblocked my number and started calling me and crying. I woke up and asked him what was wrong. He confessed and told me everything. I asked him to show me the text messages and he didn't want to, but he kept telling me to not reply to the girl's Instagram message. Well, I did, because he refused to show me the MSGs. She showed me screenshots of their dirty texting. She also told me he was controlling her vibrator. He didn't tell me, she did. I cried and asked him WTF did he do? He ruined us. He ruined everything. 10 months for what? I was gonna see him in December for our 1-year anniversary. Our talk. What he said? I cheated on you because I wanted a friend to talk to. I was lonely and angry over the fights and the state of our relationship and I wanted to talk to a friend. While talking to her, I was thinking about us and about our past, before the issues. I couldn't communicate with you. The reason I went through with the actual cheating was because I was easily influenced while high and I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. I wasn't horny at all. I regret everything I did, I really do. I still want you and I want to work on us and on myself and build the brightest future with you. I'm sorry. He told me that he was really high on marijuana and had zero sleep. The marijuana influenced him to flirt back because she was the one that came onto him. He didn't stop her because the weed influenced him. Whatever that means. I'm a pothead too and it doesn't make me cheat. He barely smokes and the one time he does, he cheated on me lol. He said he knew what he was doing was bad. He was aware. He continued flirting and pleasuring her and didn't stop because he didn't think I would find out. Turns out, she's a psycho and she snitched. The karma hit him really fast. He sobbed for days calling me and sending me voicemails and texts. He sobbed on the phone and kept saying he's so sorry. He kept saying he loved me and that she was nobody to him, she was a mistake, she came onto him. He knew it was wrong and he felt ashamed. He wasn't aroused either and he didn't even enjoy it, he felt too ashamed about it yet he was just saying the dirty things she wanted to hear. So then why didn't he stop her then? I still don't get it. If he didn't enjoy it and weren't aroused, why didn't he just hang up? It's so confusing. I took him back because he is genuinely a great guy. I feel like I know him so well that I can tell when he is vulnerable with me. He is definitely sorry. His cries hurt me. He was love bombing me so much. I can tell he felt bad. He said he will change, he will be better and communicate better with me. It's only been a couple days but I do see the change in him. He's so much nicer to me, so much more caring and appreciative. He even says I can cheat back because he wants to be with me. He says I can do anything I want to be happy. He says he loves me very much and it wasn't worth ruining us and that he realizes how much I mean to him. It's so weird because I feel like him cheating on me really was a mistake. And it might have been a good thing for our relationship. It made him realize how much he actually loves and appreciates me because he was the one that was cold and distant. He used to ignore me sometimes and it would hurt me so much, especially in our long-distance relationship, where communication was very important to me. He was always the one that would try and break up. But after he cheated, he felt so bad for hurting me that he is not the same person anymore. He isn't that cold and distant man anymore. Can cheaters change? Can they really? I don't know if taking him back was a good choice. I'm scared of making the wrong choice in the long run. This is my first time getting cheated on and I have so many racing thoughts. My feelings for him keep clashing into each other. I keep thinking he really does love me now, he really will change, he will be a good boy again. But then I also think that he might cheat again one day. Because of the term cheaters will always be cheaters. I keep thinking he's lying about stuff. I don't believe any compliment he says to me because he said it to her. Saying I love you hurts me. Saying I'm the best girl for him hurts. He said this before too. But he still cheated. So am I still the best? Even after he cheats? But he says I am. It's so contradicting and scary. The mental warfare I go through by myself every day. It makes me sad. I can't think about him the same way anymore. I can't even think about us having intimate intercourse BC. I'll think of him pleasuring her. If he loves me so much, why did he do it? Why now is he trying to be a good boyfriend? Is he only sorry he got caught? He says if she didn't snitch, he'd feel too guilty of himself and he would eventually confess, but I still took him back and I forgave him. I love him very much still. He's been more trustworthy BC. He shows me his social media now and he definitely is more outgoing about his day now. He suggests I join cheating support groups. He hears me cry and he'll comfort me and cry with me and say so many sweet things. I can tell he does feel bad and that he is trying to make it up to me. But I have so many negative thoughts about him now. And it's destroying me, but I love this man. I love him so much I can look past a little bit of cheating. Please don't judge me. I just needed to talk about this BC. It's my first time getting cheated on and I've been internalizing all this. I'm too ashamed to talk to my mom or a friend about this BC. I was the woman who got cheated on. It's kinda embarrassing Imo, because I am with an unfaithful man now. I don't know. I'm sorry. Please no mean comments. I just wanna hear experiences of cheaters who have changed and how cheating affected them as a person, those who took back a cheater and did they change or did they continue cheating. Why do people say cheaters never change? Is cheating an addiction or something? Can cheaters change? Does my boyfriend seem like he genuinely is sorry? Thank you. Comment. Oh please, he's crying because he got caught. Cheating didn't make him realize he loves you more. That's ridiculous. Y'all haven't even met in person and he's already betrayed you. I wouldn't stay with him or trust him. I barely read it, but it seems like when y'all got into an argument, he cheated. Cheating is a conscious choice. He's showed you when the going gets tough, he will not stick with you. Dump him, block him, and find someone local that you can have physical contact with instead of online. I wanna know more about this app vibrator thing.